All right, guys, welcome to World Transformation Center, where lives are being transformed and minds are being renewed. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the 10 things I learned from the book In Charge, Finding the Leader Within You by Dr. Myles Munroe. It's one of the powerful books I've ever read, and I encourage everyone out there to go and read that book, In Charge by Dr. Myles Munroe. It's one of the fantastic books that if you want to be a leader, you must read that book. If you have at the back of your mind that one day you want to be someone great, someone who will take the world into his hands, who want to take destiny into his or her own hands and move forward and become great, then you must read this book. It's called In Charge, Finding the Leader Within You by Dr. Myles Munroe. Now let's move on straight into the 10 things I learned from this book that I encourage you to go and find all this information and read that book. When you go to Amazon, you can find that book. And when you go to any big store or any big bookshop out there too, you can find this book. Go and get a book and read. It will change your life as it has changed my life and it has impacted my life. This is the fourth time I've read this book. Anytime I read the book, it seems it's the first time I'm reading it. And it has changed my life a lot. It has changed the way I think and the way I think about leadership and how I see leadership to be. It has changed my leadership opinions, how I think about leadership and how I see leaders to be. It has changed it all, like totally. So I encourage you to go and read that book, In Charge. Let's move on straight into the book, In Charge. So the first thing that I learned and what he said in that book is that everyone has leadership potential. Everyone has leadership potential. And he said that leadership is not reserved for a select few. It's a seed planted in every human being. The key is to cultivate it. Yes. What he's saying is that every man is born to be a leader. You are a leader in your field. You don't have to be a president before you become a leader. No. You can be a leader as in your small football group. You can be a leader in the education system. You can be a leader in your classroom. You can be a leader in your church. Everyone is born to be a leader. Yes, you were born with a certain gift within you, and that it is that gift that will make you a leader. So we all have gifts in us. When we mention Messi, he's a leader in football. He's a leader in football. When you mention Les Brown, he's a leader in the motivational industry. Yes, he's a leader there. When you mention Pastor Chris, he's a leader in the kingdom of God. When you mention Apostle Joshua Gassado, he's a leader in the gospel of God in Oklahoma City. When you mention Mandela, he's a leader in South Africa who once freed South Africa, and also part of those who made them go to their independence. So everyone is a leader. Just that sometimes we think some people are called to be leaders. No one is called to be a leader. We are all leaders. All it needs is for us to cultivate it, for us to build upon it. So that's the first thing I learned from that book. The second thing I learned from that book is that he said true leadership begins with self-discovery. True leadership begins with self-discovery. You must first understand who you are and what you were born to do before you can lead others effectively. If you don't understand yourself, how can you lead somebody? You can't even lead your own life. How can you lead someone? So a man who cannot rule or lead himself cannot go and marry and lead a woman and a family. No. You must first discover who you are, what God has called you to do, before you will be able to lead others, before you will be able to initiate ideas to others. So everyone who wants to be a leader must first of all discover who he was born to be and who God has made him to be. So to be a leader is for you to discover yourself. So true leadership begins with self-discovery. Where have you been called into? Which field have you been called into? Which industry have you been called into? Discover all these things before you can be a true leader. The third thing I learned from the book In Charge is that purpose precedes leadership. And he said in the book that your purpose is the foundation of your leadership. When you discover your life's purpose, leadership becomes a natural expression. You see, when you know your purpose, you don't struggle. Messi doesn't struggle to play football. Ronaldo doesn't struggle to play football because that is his purpose. And he has become a leader in the football industry. Though he's not the president of FIFA. I getting it. But he's a leader on the field. He has become successful because of that purpose, because of that industry. So first thing you should know that purpose precedes leadership. So if you don't know your purpose why you are here, you don't have a purpose for your life, you can never be a leader. But you have some people that run to lead others without having a purpose why they want to lead. Because they themselves don't have a purpose for their lives. So purpose precedes leadership. Before you want to be a leader, what is the purpose? What's your purpose in life? Why were you born? Why are you here? You must be able to discover all these things before you make an attempt to go and lead someone. So that's the third thing that he said. The fourth thing that I learned from the book is that vision is the essence of leadership. Leaders are visionaries. They see beyond the present and inspire others to pursue a shared future. Who is a leader? If you don't have the insight, if you don't have the eyesight. So vision is the essence of leadership. So every leader must have a vision. What is your vision for the church? What is your vision for the country? What is the vision for the family? What is the vision for the education, for your classroom as a teacher? What is your vision? So to be a leader without a vision, you are abusing the leadership position. So every leader must have what? A vision. Because without vision, you can't be a true leader. You cannot lead people. You will spoil their life. You will lead them into what? Distraction. So every leader must have what? A vision for the purpose in which he's leading. Yes. Let's move on straight to the fifth thing that I learned from from Dr. Myles Munroe, his book In Charge. He said, leadership is about influence, not position. Being in charge is not about titles or authority. It's about the ability to influence others through character and conviction. So leadership is about influence, not position. Some people think of leadership as position. No. Some people are occupying a certain position, but they don't have influence. And some people don't occupy a position, but they have influence. Yes, that's what I was saying, that Messi is not the FIFA president. But let's say Messi is coming into Oklahoma right now. People will move from their houses, move from their apartments, move from their homes to go and see Messi. It's the influence. He has influence in his field. So whatever field you have been called into, make sure you do well, so that your influence can be felt around. I remember when I was in Ghana, the place that I used to teach, and I informed my students that I'm leaving. Come and see the way they were crying. Some were writing me letters, a whole lot. Like when I was reading what they wrote to me, in fact, I was touched. And that was the day I felt that I've really had impact on the students. Yes, I felt that though I wasn't the headmaster, or I wasn't the HOD or anything, I was just a mere physics teacher doing my job. But my influence were all around the science department. That the students felt what I was doing and what I've been doing for them. So leadership is not about positions. It's about influence. So you can be a country, you don't have any position, but your influence can be felt. There are some people in Africa, there are some people in Asia, there are some people in Europe, in America. They don't occupy any position, but they are leaders without title, having influence on the people. And that's how leadership should be. You should have influence. Don't rush to go and sit on a certain position. It is not your position that will make you influence. You can have influence without position. And that's one thing I've learned from that book, that I should let my influence impact people. People should feel my influence around, not about occupying position. No, I don't need a position for people to see the value I carry, or the influence I have. No, I need to have a purpose and a vision and build on that purpose and discover the assignment into which I've been called. That's it. Let's move on straight So the sixth thing that I learned from the book, In Charge, Finding the Leader Within You by Dr. Myles Munroe. The sixth thing I learned is that discipline is the backbone of leadership. Without personal discipline, leadership collapses. Leaders must master themselves before leading others. Yes, you can't be a leader without discipline. You can't be a leader without discipline. Some people are not disciplined at all. At all. We have some teachers that are not disciplined. They will go to the extent of even having an affair with students, their own students. They are not disciplined mentally, sexually, emotionally, psychologically. They are not disciplined. Some people talk anyhow, and you can't be a leader. Your influence cannot be felt around. So to be a leader, you must be self-disciplined. You set rules for yourself. Know that this thing, no matter what I want to do, even if the people are calling for that, I won't do. Be self-disciplined. If you want to be a true leader, be self-disciplined. Know the things you will do and things you will not do. Set what boundaries for your life. Know the things that this one I will not go beyond. Set boundaries. So to be a leader without discipline, you are doomed. Your character is so rotten to the extent that no one can come closer to you because of who you are, because of your attitude. So to be a true leader, you must be self-disciplined. Don't, and you should know that people are also learning from you. The next generation is learning from you. So you must be self-disciplined. Let's move on to the seventh thing that I learned from the book In Charge, a very powerful book from Dr. Myles Munroe. He said, leaders serve, not rule. When you go to some parts of the world, I don't want to mention those places. Leaders think that when they control you and they rule you, that is what we call leadership. No. That's not what we call leadership. He said that leaders serve, not rule. Jesus Christ came to serve. That's why when he called his disciples, he was washing their feet. And he told them to go and do so. So as a leader, you have to serve what? The people. President, serve the people. Let the people feel your impact. As when you read the book of Kings and you read Samuel, you will see how David served the Israel nation. And he was one of the best kings they ever had in Israel. Yes, David. And I'm proud to be called David. Yes. So leadership is about service to humanity. Serve the people so well that the day you die, even the fowls moving around, the goat and the sheep, the animals moving around will know that somebody has died. The day you are not there, the people will feel that no, somebody has left. Serve it all your heart. Don't go and rule over the people. Leadership is not about you ruling the people, dictating about them, eating their money, like a whole lot of things, bullying the people here and there, sending them to prisons here and there, and wasting their life. No. To be a leader is to serve. Jesus came to serve. Even at the end, he died for us. What else can a man do? What else can a man do? Somebody like Jesus, what else can he do again? He died. He sacrificed his life. He died for us. What a service. He came to serve from the beginning of his life to the end. It's all service. Even right now, he's still serving because he said that he's a mediator. He stands between God and men. He's what? Mediating for us. He's interceding for us right now. So Jesus is still serving us. I get in it. The angels are serving us. So to be a true leader, you must serve. Serve the people. If you're a teacher, serve the people. If some of the students are hungry and you have money, buy them food, buy them pencils. Don't be thinking of collecting, and you step to the classroom and they are shaking. When you step to the school, everyone is shaking. That is not leadership. That's not leadership. When your influence is felt, the student themselves will change their mind in certain things. It is not about how straight, how you front your face, no. It's about service. When people see how you serve, they themselves will serve you. Yes. I remember the days some of my students will maybe go home, and when they are coming, they buy me things. They come and gift me because they realize why man man devil, that's the name they used to call me, man devil. I do certain things for my students, like I serve them. Sometimes I'll do classes for them free. Sometimes I don't collect anything from them. Sometimes I say, oh, let me take maybe this amount so that maybe I'll help. The students, oh, say I don't have this amount, so I can't pay. I said, no problem. You come. It is the information that I want to give you that matters, not the money that you have to give to me. So leadership is about service, not about ruling the people. No man wants to be rude. That is why some people, right, they will rebel because no man wants to be rude. So they will rebel. Even your children, if you don't serve them and you want to rule them, they will rebel. Let me move on to the eighth thing. It's getting interesting, right? Let's move on to the eighth thing that I learned from the book. It's a very powerful book that is out there. Amazon, any big bookshop, you can get it. In Charge. Finding the Leader Within You by Dr. Myles Munroe. Go ahead and read that book. Go and get it. Buy it at all costs. Go and buy that book. The eighth thing I learned from that book is that crisis reveals character. Challenges and crises are opportunities for leaders to emerge and prove their worth. Yes, it is challenges that true leaders are born. It is through struggles that true leaders are born. So crisis reveal the rare character. There are some leaders, when crisis come, they run away. There are some shepherds, when crisis come, they will leave their sheep and go. There are some pastors, if right now they have $10 million, they will leave the church members and run away. I know a pastor, or I've heard of a pastor who won a lottery and stopped the church and left to another country. See, can he be called a leader? No. So when crisis come, that is when we see true leaders. When there's problems, how the leader will stand and fight for the people he's leading. How the leader will fight for them in times of crisis. That is how we know that he's a true leader. So in times of crisis, when things are going wrong, that is when a true leader stands and fights. So you know David in the Bible, he was always fighting. So when Goliath stood against the Israelites and said, if there's any man in this nation, come and fight me. David said, no, you cannot come and shout and say anything you want. He stepped forward and fought. And that day, a leader was born. That day, a great man emerged as King David. That day, a man evolved to save that generation of Israel at that time. So it's through crisis that true leaders are born. Yes. Let's move on to the ninth thing. It's getting interested. I love that book. And anytime I read a book, I become so excited, and it's a very powerful book. It's a very powerful book that you should go and read. The ninth thing that he said is that leadership is a journey, not a destination. Do you know people think all their mind they want to be president? So when they get to the president position, they think they have reached. So the day they leave office, even their own family don't remember them. The state that he was there as a president, that he was moving here and there, the nation was there, they don't remember them. 10 years to come, when you ask the children and you can ask the kids that who was president in this nation 10 years ago, they don't remember them. Because all they think is to occupy the position. Some people, they are working for an institution, all they think is to be the manager of that institution. So when they reach that position, that's all, they have reached. But leadership is a journey. You'll be a leader throughout your life till you die. Even Jesus, the day he was going to die, he was a leader. He has still been a leader. So leadership is a journey. It's not a destination that when you reach, you say, yes, I've reached. No. So you have, it's an influence. You must have influence from the beginning of your life to the day you die. It is not when you become a president that's when your influence should be felt. Or when you reach that position. You can be the person sweeping in that company. You can be the security guard. But still, the way you serve there, if you are no more, everyone will be asking, where is this security man? Where is this security man? Where is this man? Where is this guy? Because your influence was felt everywhere. So leadership is not about a position. It's not a destination that you reach, that you think, yes, I'm there. That's so I'm the man, I'm the boss, I'm the oga in the house. No, it's not a position. It's not the destination that every man will reach. It's a journey that we are all going through. So leadership, know that it's a journey. It's not a destination. So don't have that in the back of your mind that when I become the president, that's all. When I become the president of FIFA, when I become the president of the nation, when I become the prime minister, when I become the assemblyman, because when you leave office, people don't feel, do know that people leave office and we don't remember them. Ghana, we still remember Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He has died many years ago, but his influence is still felt in the nation. You see the roads, the dam, the electricity, like many things that demanded. But some people just left office a few years ago. We don't remember them. We don't remember them. Mandela is still being remembered. Mandela is still being remembered. Martin Luther King is still being remembered. Abraham Lincoln is still being remembered. Because they did great job. Their names are still there. So to be a leader, make sure that your name will always be remembered. Your name will always be remembered. So leadership is a journey, not a destination. Let's move on. Let's move on. It's getting interesting. I love reading. And I think you should do so because a leader who don't read can never be a good leader. And this word, readers are leaders. Let's talk about the 10th thing. God is the ultimate source of leadership. God is the ultimate source of leadership. This is the last thing. God is the ultimate source of leadership. For Dr. Myles Munroe, he said that leadership is deeply spiritual. Aligning with divine purpose is essential to becoming truly in charge. God is the ultimate source of leadership. God is the head of all leadership. And he has given us some to lead. So that's why we are ambassadors on this earth. We are also leading. We are heir to him. He's in heaven. He has given us earth to rule. That's why he told Adam that, and if they have given you dominion to rule over what? Everything, over animals, the land, waters, and everything. So we humans, we are learning from God. And God has what? Instinct in us, leadership, that we are supposed to lead. So we must lead. Because God is our example. And God is leading. He will lead forever. He will reign forever. So our leadership position also doesn't end. God's leadership position doesn't end. So leadership is spiritual. So these are the 10 things I learned from the book In Charge, Finding the Leader Within You by Dr. Myles Munroe. A very fantastic book, very insightful, very informative, and it was impactful book. Go to Amazon, go to any bookshop, and ask for In Charge by Dr. Myles Munroe. I'm ending here. I will meet you in my next episode in a certain book I've read or another great man, things that I've heard about him that I want us to share. This is World Transformation Center, where lives are being transformed and minds are being renewed. My name is David Osei-Safo. You can call me Mandevo David. I'm the founder. Goodbye. God bless you. Jesus is Lord. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. God be with you.